All right, good morning. It's 10 o'clock, so we're going to get started. Thank you for joining us at the 2021 Next Steps to Your Future webinar series. We would like to remind everyone that today's presentation is being recorded and will be posted on the event website. Please keep all cameras off and all microphones muted throughout the session. All registered participants will receive an email when the recordings and resources have been posted to the site. Okay, if you have any questions for today's presenters, please add them to the chat box and a moderator will share your questions at the end of the session. Okay, with that said, it is my pleasure to introduce Bree Rodriguez. She is the Assistant Student Life Director for the University of Hawaii Maui College, and she's going to talk to us about navigating your first year and finding your resources at UH Maui. Take it away, Bree.
Hi, everyone. My name is Bree, and I work in the Student Life Office. I'm also Student Government Vice President on campus, and I'm also a student at UH Maui. So I see life through all lenses, and it's really nice to be able to present to you all today and give you some of the knowledge that I have accumulated over the years. So in the Student Life Office, we are responsible for a lot of things, and we kind of are responsible for anything that is student-led. So we kind of act as a liaison between students and faculty, and we are your voice. So in the Student Life Office, I'm the voice for students, and as a Student Government Vice President, I'm also a voice for students. So I always try to help and be as much of a student voice as possible. So we support students. We also run campus clubs. We help a lot with commencement, and we are heading esports now. My boss is actually doing the whole esports program, and it's actually becoming a really big thing at UH Maui. So if you're a video gamer, this is great news for you because you can come and play video games collegiately. So super awesome. We also had campus tours. If you guys are ever interested in doing a campus tour, reach out to us, and we can definitely set something up for you. And we house student government, we take care of the student lounge, we do student IDs, we manage Maui Fit, which is our gym on campus, and it is free to students. And we also do the mobile app management, which is something we just started doing maybe a year and a half or 2 years ago, actually, almost. And that's pretty much what I'm going to talk about today is our mobile app, because our mobile app houses all of our resources at the touch of a finger. It's literally the most amazing tool that we've brought to campus, and I think it's helped students so much in this past 2 years to kind of have a sense of belonging to a campus that is kind of non-existent, I guess, in the case of COVID, but we're hoping to come back to a more in-person normal life come fall, so that's great. And I'm going to move on to the next slide. So what I want you to do now is, if you can, and if you have a phone that's able to, if you want to download the app and follow along with me. I wanted to share my phone screen today, but it wasn't possible through the platform we're using. So I just took some screenshots and I'm going to share it with you, but I'll give you a few minutes to download the app if you want to, and we can kind of go through it together. But while I give you that time, I'll share a video with you of a few of our students at UH Maui, just giving you helpful tips on what you can do to prepare for college.
Some advice that I would give you is to maybe stay home for the first couple of years just so you can get your liberal arts or your prereqs out of the way.
Make sure to talk to everyone in your classes, and then make sure that you make friends with your teachers and your peer students, and try and find a group of people that'll help you, because I found the more social you are, the easier it is for you to essentially continue going, because then it's not just you holding everything on your shoulders, it's you and them, and so it kind of helps keep you up.
My advice for students who are maybe thinking of coming to UHMC or thinking of going to college, I would say to not procrastinate like me, to pick where you want to go and decide early, apply early, and apply for as many scholarships as you can.
One of the biggest things that I would stress if you are looking to explore your options with university is definitely ask questions, because it's very hard to make a decision if you don't have all the information. So ask as many people, as many questions as possible, find all the information that there is. That way you can make a very valid and straightforward determination of where you want to go.
Also, try to make friends in your classes and always ask for help. Always try to find different types of resources for yourself to pursue in college.
My biggest advice for any incoming or unquestionable student is just go ahead and just sign up and come here, even if it's just for a semester or two, because what it'll help you do is it'll help you create a starting transcript. And that way, whenever you do decide on where you want to go or what exactly you want to do, you'll have the basics that you can use to go off to another university or college or somewhere around the world. Just start with something, that way when you get there, you aren't coming out of nowhere and you have like nothing. This way you'll have the ability to at least say, I did this and I can keep going.
I hope that gave you a little bit of time to go ahead and download the app real quick. And if you didn't, that's fine. I'm going to go through it, have some screenshots. So I'll start here. So if you did download the app, it'll pull up this screen if you press Get Started. And you can choose UH Maui and U. It's like an orientation slide. And then the top one is for registered students, and they can access a different side of the app that gives more for students. But if you click that and then you hit next, it'll take you to a page that looks like this. And all of these these top little tabs are very important, and they kind of give you a lot of resources as to what college is and how it can help, all of the things that can help you with your college journey. So if you click on the first tab, that's Find Your Fit, it'll take you directly to the RISEC test. The RISEC test, it just asks you questions about your interests and aspirations and the skills you're interested in for your future. And it'll help you to discover careers and the fields of study that you should go into, or what you should do for your interests that you have. It's a super great test, and I highly recommend it before coming to college because it'll help you to find your fit way better than if you just jump into something, or if you just start as like a general studies student and you kind of just find what you want to do. I would definitely recommend first taking the RISEC test and then kind of navigating your way through that. And then once it gives you a field of study that'll satisfy you, or if it gives you more than one field of study, you choose from there because it'll help you start college more effectively. I feel like in my case, where I started, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I didn't take the RISEC test. I don't even know if it was available when I started college, so I'm not sure. But since it is a valuable resource now, I highly, highly recommend taking it and finding what you want to do ahead of time and planning ahead of time. It always helps for your future to plan now. Even if you think it's too early, whatever the case may be, plan now. It's never too early to start planning for college, for sure. So when you click on that Find Your Fit, it takes you directly to a screen that looks like that. I don't know if I can show you. Then if you scroll down, it will say Start Your Test, and you can take the RISEC test right there. And this is why we love the app, because it's so easy. Everything is literally at the palm of your hand, and you just have to click. You don't have to go looking for anything. It's all right there, and it makes it really easy and really seamless, basically, for a prospective student to come and do what they have to do. Easy, one step, boom, you're out and you're good. You don't have to go searching for it. You don't have to go searching for the email that someone sent you. It's right there on the app, and you can just do it right there. Boom, easy. And next, if we go back here, the next to that, it says a Getting Started guide. So the Getting Started guide is a guide that literally single-handedly gives you all the resources you will need to start your first year of college. Literally, we got it down to a T, that it helps with every single thing that you could need to start off your first year of college. And when you click on that, it'll open up to a slide that looks like this. And it'll give you all the steps you need to complete before starting your first year. And if you click on any of those little tabs, so I'll show you on my phone. If you click on any of those, anything, it'll take you directly to exactly where you need to go. So I just clicked on the first one on the top, and it took me exactly where I need to go to fill out my UH Maui account. And then if you click even get your UH Maui College ID card, it'll take you directly to our UH Maui ID card site. And if you scroll down, there is a link that you can submit a photo for your ID card. It says click here. And you're able to upload a photo and get your ID at the touch of your fingers. In the coming semester, we're hoping to have, actually the IDs will be run through the app. So you submit your form through the app, and if you don't have any holds on your account or anything stopping you from having an ID, a student ID, then your ID will show up on your app. You don't even need a card anymore. You don't need anything. Everything is right there on the app. Everything is at the click of your finger. And we're just trying to make it easier for students, because the last thing you want to worry about is all the things behind the scenes. You have so much to worry about as a student already, that if we make it easier to apply and we make it easier for you to navigate through the website, navigate through college, or the hard part of college, so that you can get to your classes and have the fun part of college. So we want to make everything seamless for you and just help to make your journey to college easy. So when you get there, it is challenging, but then, everything that was supposed to be done, you've done it, and everything that was supposed to be done was easy and seamless and right at the touch of your fingertip. And so if you go through that whole list, you'll literally check off everything you need to do as a first-time college student. So this list is very important, and it's something I would keep handy because it's easy, like I said, and you'll be able to find everything you need. And it's very, very helpful. So if you look at the other 3 links that are on that same front page, these are all videos that are very, very, very helpful, and it gives you a look at our campus, and you can navigate through and get a sense of what our UH Maui Ohana has to offer. And I think one of our biggest resources, or something that I consider a really big resource, is hearing from students who already attend the school. Because when you apply for college and you know nothing about the school, what's nice is to hear from people who already go to the school. And I think that you feel a sense of belonging and you feel a sense of comfort knowing, oh, so this is what the school offers, and this is people just like me, just starting out college, and they're giving me all this great advice of what the school offers. And so I am going to play another short video for you of a few of our students, including myself, talking about the reasons they chose UH Maui, because I think as a prospective student, it's really important to hear back from your peers. And we at UH Maui College, we try to focus on that peer-to-peer connection, so that prospective students can know what it's like directly from the mouth of a student. And you're not just reading it on our website or reading it on our app. You're hearing it directly from a student who's been in your shoes at one point, and they made the decision to come to the college. And that is by far the greatest resource that you could have, I think. So let me just share.
Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum.
UH Maui College is special to me because I like and appreciate the opportunity to learn in a smaller class and be more one-on-one with my professors, and it really allows you to get a deeper understanding of the material as well as involvement in the community, because everyone is part of the Maui local community, and because of that you are able to deepen those relationships and your understanding in the fields that you're learning.
I love UH Maui College because even though we're a small campus, we're hosting and serving the nations. For me to able to learn about other cultures, values, and other people groups, this is a great place. I get to see the nations all in one spot here on our campus, coming together, experiencing life, and also having a good time. I also like UH Maui College because Kahului Harbor is right across the street. I stick my surfboard in the back of my truck, and during winter season, it's a great place to go surfing right before class.
I actually went to Montana State University before coming back home to Maui. I actually played for a whole year up in Montana, and it just wasn't for me. I missed home, so it was really nice to know that I could come home to a good college that had classes I wanted to take, classes I was interested in. I love Maui College. I actually am Vice President of Student Government, and I also work in student life, so I'm an advocate for students.
I chose to attend UHMC because it was a affordable choice and I was able to be close to family, and the program that I am in is really good, and there is really good professors, and I like the small class sizes so I can be in touch with my professors more on a personal level.
So the reason I chose UH Maui College is because I really wanted to go into hospitality and really have a background with business. So I realized that all of the courses here are pretty personal. All the instructors here, they're really wanting to show you that, you know, you could really accomplish anything and you just have to put your mind to it, but they're really gonna help you on the way. You know, I remember asking questions when I lived in Florida and it seemed like many instructors kind of just brushed it off. But, you know, for my first day here at UH Maui, I really realized that they want you to succeed. They want you to start working, get in the job force, and I've had a really good experience.
Maui College has been a really great experience for me to get my 2-year degree. I just received my associates in liberal arts, which was really awesome, and it was an opportunity to save a lot of money while also receiving a really quality education. I think a lot of people, when they're considering UH, underestimate the quality of the professors here, and you know, every single step of the way from sophomore year of high school at Kihei Charter to now, I have received an overwhelming amount of support from counselors, from teachers, from professors, and if you put in the work, it's actually a fantastic quality of education, and it's worth coming for.
So, yeah, something that really sets UH Maui apart from any other college that you could go to, in my opinion, is that our sense of belonging and sense of community on campus is something that is out of this world. And I think for a lot of students who are just starting out college, it's nice to have all your resources at the touch of your finger, for one, of course, but it's really nice to be able to feel that you can basically talk to your counselor or advisor, or you can even talk to the chancellor of our school for any questions you may have. He's very open. We actually held a student open forum, which is one of the tabs here on the PowerPoint. You can see the bottom left is our student open forum, where we took questions from students on campus and we relayed it to our chancellor. And he actually did a whole webinar presenting the questions and answering them. We try to really practice transparency at UH Maui. We try to make it's really easy to speak to our administrative staff to get your voice across, because we feel like a college is nothing without its students. And that is very true. But at most of the colleges that you go to, the bigger colleges, it's not like that. So if you like that feeling of community and you like that feeling of closeness and a one-on-one experience, Maui College is so perfect for you, because we offer that 100% of the time, and we're never really afraid to, you know, step out of our comfort zones and do something that is student-led, because everything like our hearing from our ohana and our peer-to-peer webinars is all student-led entities, and it's something that our administrative staff has given students the freedom to kind of express themselves in and we as students, we have nothing bad to say about UH Maui, because at the end of the day, they're so student-driven that there's nothing to complain about, because if you voice your opinion about something and you say something that you want to see change in, the chances of seeing the change or the chances of it happening is very high. So I think that when you have a community that backs your opinion, or a community that you feel open enough that you can talk with, it's really important. And having that be your first year of college, it can be really intimidating to go to a college that you know nothing about. But when you come to a college that's small, one-on-one, and you actually can be friends with your chancellor, I feel like it's a very good opportunity to learn a lot about yourself, and to also not have that huge stressor of being worried about that side of college. So when you go to college, you already are stressed about your classes, you're already stressed about making new friends, but when you have a college that backs you and your voice, it makes it really easy to kind of fit in, and that's what we aim for at UH Maui. If you scroll more down on the app, you'll see this, and this is kind of our resources. We haven't completely filled it out yet, so it's not all of the departments on campus, but it's a good lump sum of them. And if you go to any of these tabs, you can learn a little bit more. Oh gosh, sorry. we can learn a little bit more about each department on campus, so it makes it really easy to learn more. We'll have student life, and you can learn more about student life, counseling, and you can learn more about counseling, financial aid, and all of that. And I do have a short video to it's all of the like a representative from each department on campus talking about their department and what you can do to get help from the department. And I think it's nice to have videos because then you don't have to listen to me talk the whole time. But so I'm going to share one more video.
When going to UH Maui, I didn't know which classes to take at first, so what I did was go on to Star Balance, and I actually knew beforehand how to schedule an appointment with a counselor, and at the time there's only virtual, so she called me on the day and she helped me pick out the 4 classes that I would be taking for the prereqs for my major, and I just felt relieved because I didn't want to go on by myself. So my counselor, Ku'ule, she actually helped me pick out the 4 classes, and I'm grateful that she helped me for the first semester at UH Maui.
The registration process was really easy for me. The counseling department really helped me, and they answered all the questions that I had.
One of the services I used more frequently was the counselor's office. I would actually usually call or email my counselor to say, hey, I would like to make an appointment. But recently Star Balance I discovered, so I wasn't actually sure how to use Star Balance at first. So when I kind of had to take my time with it and look through it more to set up my appointment, because at first it kind of looked confusing. It didn't have all the time slots, so I just had to email my counselor. And I also used some of the tutoring that UHMC offers. I like to use the online tutoring on tutor.com. When we log in with our UH email and password, we actually get a certain amount of hours for free, and it's been very helpful because no matter what time it is, it can be really late at night when I'm trying to study for the next day. There's still a tutor there, and I've also been to the TLC. They're also really nice, and they're always there to support.
When it came to registering, before I entered my first year of college, I met with a counselor from the counseling department just to make sure that the classes I was taking is the ones that I wanted to take and the ones that would help me get my degree.
The Educational Opportunity Center really helped me on my college journey. They were able to help me find and apply for many scholarships, and without them, I wouldn't be here today.
I didn't have much of a problem registering because my counselor was very helpful of like telling me like this is what you need in order to graduate, and the only barrier was I didn't know what to do, so I started off with liberal arts, and from then on out they told me liberal arts is great because there's so many electives credits that you can take if you don't know what you're gonna take. It's great to kind of just select a business class if you're interested, and if you don't like business, it's okay, it's kind of as a credit, but now you know that maybe business isn't for me.
When it came to registering for classes, since I was still in high school and about to graduate, I went to Maui High, and the different departments here on campus came to Maui High to help with our registration. So because of that, I was able to register, and they were able to help me go through like what classes I wanted to take and what degree I wanted to get and things like that. So because of that, I didn't really have any barriers, but it made it, them coming to the high school made it easier for us to register.
So I met with people from financial aid, EOC, which is the Education Opportunity Center, the Learning Center. They help with tutoring as long as like with taking my placement test for my English and math. Another resource at campus was CareerLink, pretty much helping me like getting a job on campus if I'm interested. The library, knowing that there's a study area so I can study there if I want like quiet places. As well as there's the student lounge, which is like student government and doing activities, so I wouldn't be uncomfortable starting my freshman year here. But yeah, everyone was great at UHMC from my experience.
Yeah, so that was a little bit about the departments that we offer on campus that support students. So definitely one of the biggest things is our counseling department, and they definitely help you a lot in registering for classes in the field of study that you're interested in, and they've helped me so much as well that you go into for a meeting and now everything's virtual, so you can do a Zoom meeting anytime, any place, and you can meet with them and they can help you get started and ready for school. So it's really nice. Um, with financial aid, if you do qualify, you want to start applying early and make sure that you have all your paperwork in order. It's super awesome. But I've never used the early college EOC and all that. But other students who we just saw in the video, they say it's a really good resource to have. So I would definitely recommend contacting them if you have any questions. And counseling for sure. If you go on your Star Balance or Star Portal, which is also in our app, it's actually it'll be that second row down. It's verify your student information at your Star account. So if you log into your Star account, that's basically where you have all of your classes. That's where you sign up for classes. That's where you see you have there's a checklist of everything you need to complete before you get your degree. It's super helpful. Star is amazing. It's basically foolproof too. So when you apply for classes, it'll only show you the classes you need to reach your education goal. It's really amazing. I love Star. But yeah, other than that, I think I'm pretty much done. And
all right, thanks, Bree. We did have a question. It was the video mentioned online tutoring, but is there in-person tutoring as well?
I think with the coming of fall, we hope to go a little more in person. So tutoring mostly happens in the TLC, and the TLC is a great resource as well that we offer on campus. I'm not entirely sure if they'll be opening back up their classrooms and stuff to students in person. Right now it is still online, but we hope that come fall semester when everything kind of goes back to a new normal feel, that they will open back up to student one-on-one tutoring sessions in person. Yes, we hope for that.
That's usually a great sign that you did a fantastic job explaining everything.
Awesome.
So, listen, it was great to learn about the supports and to hear from all the students at UH Maui. Any other questions, kids? Anyone?
Hey, Brie, that was awesome. Are students able to meet with counselors even if they haven't been admitted to the college yet?
Yes. What you would want to do is probably call our counseling office and they can set you up with a Zoom. Because if you don't have a student account, you can't use the Star account to do a meeting. So you want to call the counseling office for sure, and then make an appointment with with any counselor that could help you with your journey in college. We do on our app. We actually offer it's basically like a Facebook page on our app. When you are a student, you would see it. It's like you can post anything, and any student can reply. So that's a really good resource as well. So you could ask, does anybody have a biology 101 book from any time, if they're taking biology, and someone will reply yeah, because we all know that books are very expensive in college. But so posting on the app and asking if anyone has one, and then someone could reply and be yeah, I have one if you want to buy it for a cheaper price, or maybe sometimes even a very generous student will be you can have mine. So there's also stuff like that. When you actually see the other side of the app, which is for student side, there's a lot more resources on that side as well that can help you just create a sense of belonging, a sense of community, because we tried to make it like a virtual community where there was no physical community at the time because of COVID.
So besides downloading the app, are there any other really key suggestions that you have for students that are going to be attending UH Maui College?
I guess I would definitely start with having a meeting with a counselor. That's the most important thing in my opinion. Because when you meet with your counselor, you kind of get a better understanding of what you want to do and what we have to offer you, if whatever you choose, or if you just want to do your liberal arts and get your general studies out of the way. So I would recommend meeting with a counselor. But other than our app is a great resource because it links to all the other resources on campus. So literally whatever you need, you can find on the app. So that's why I talk about it so much, because there are millions of resources that we offer. But the fact that the app houses all of the resources at the touch of your finger is something I think is amazing.
Okay, if there's no other questions, we would like to thank Bree so much for an awesome presentation. It was very informative. And thank you all for joining UH Maui College, navigating your first year and finding your resource session. You will receive an email when session recordings have been posted. Please join us for our next webinar session, Personal Brand, How to Best Present Yourself to the World and Stand Out from the Crowd, today at 1 p.m. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great day.
Thanks again, Bree. Bye, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.